everyone, we are back. We had a bunch of questions come in after the first video that I had with Clara. So we're going to do part 2 and answer some follow-up questions from the students. So I'm going to try to lump these together. They're mostly about school here in Finland. So first of all, JJ asks, how do they give out grades? What are the grades like here?
The grades are like numbers 1 through 10, but really the lowest you can get is a 4, because like a 4 is basically failing, and like a 10 would be like an 100%, like A+. And then like they're basically in percents like ours, but they're just like 10 or like 9. Like you get a 9 minus and it would be like an A minus. Or like a 9.5 would be like a 95, or like just an A.
Are all of your assignments graded like that?
No.
That you turn in?
Well, yeah, that we turn in, yes.
Okay. But not everything's turned in and graded?
Yeah, not everything.
Okay. Kind of similar then. Do you have to wear a school uniform?
No.
No?
There's no dress code. Should I not have said that?
No, you can't. I think you said it in the last video.
There's no dress code, and we can basically wear whatever we want. I mean, I think.
I think so. I was talking to some high schoolers about it too. They think it's really funny that there's a dress code, at least Finnish kids do. Though there was a kid from Spain, Italy, and Switzerland there, and they all said that they have at least some level of dress code. So Finland is a little different. And then let's follow up with that, because Dorothea asked, what's the fashion like here?
Pretty similar. Like most people just wear like sweatshirts or like jeans and stuff. I mean, I would say in general people here have better like style than like people there, but you know,
not hard to do. Alaska's not exactly known for its style.
Nice shoes and like, yeah.
A lot of the girls, I feel like the boys look more similar. A lot of sort of active wear, sweatpants. The girls seem to have a little bit more fashion. You know, a lot of the belly midriff shirts. I know Clara doesn't like when I call them that. Kind of the wide leg jeans with rips. I don't know. Kind of dress. I would say kind of like Sarah Barra.
Yeah.
Very, very similar.
But
yeah, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about what kind of music do Finnish middle schoolers listen to? That's from Rachel.
Well, like Finnish music is kind of a big thing. Like there's like all different kinds of music, but like Finnish music singers, yeah, that's what that's called.
We should figure out who's a really popular one.
I don't know.
I send it to them.
But they're like, it sounds like the same songs like that everyone there would listen to, but just in Finnish. But like everyone listens to the same stuff that we do. It's just like, I don't know. They listen to the same stuff. I don't know.
Okay. And Sierra wants to know, how many grades does the school consist of that you go to?
3. It's 7, 8, and 9.
9th grade's considered middle school here.
Yeah.
They don't have kindergarten.
They do. They call it preschool.
They call it preschool.
And it's technically the first grade of school.
But it's an optional. Kids don't have to go to preschool. They don't.
Okay.
They don't have to go to preschool.
Most of the people I've talked to did go. So.
But you start when you're 7, would be first grade.
Yeah, no, 7, first grade. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes if you don't go to preschool, you would start school when you're 7, and then you go to 1 through 6 at a primary school, and then 7, 8, 9 middle school, and then then they call it upper secondary, high school.
Everyone at my school calls it high school.
Maybe I wonder if that's because they have so much international background.
Yeah, probably, but I've only heard high school. So.
Lukio in Finnish is what it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
high
I've heard
school,
that.
upper secondary, and that's grades 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
And just this year is the first year that it's been mandatory for students to go to school past 10th grade. So they have
Really?
to. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now they have to go all the way. But it's pretty common for students to graduate when they're 19 or even a little older, 20, because they start school so late.
7. Yeah.
And let's see. Jaden has several questions. So let's see. Do the teachers speak primarily Finnish or English?
Well, at my school, it's like it's not an English school, but it's like there's an English class for each grade.
Can I interrupt? It's kind of like an English immersion program.
Yeah.
Similar to what it would be like if in an immersion program.
So there's a lot of international, like just in my class. The rest of the school is Finnish, but just in my class, there's a lot of international kids. They all speak English, and some Finnish kids too that like just chose to be in the English speaking class because they speak English, and it's like, I don't know why actually, but and wait, what was the actual question?
Do your teachers speak primarily Finnish or English?
Well, like my teachers like prefer to speak Finnish because obviously that's their first language, but they'll speak English, like, because usually if like the rest of the kids in my class like explain that like there's a couple kids in my class that don't actually understand Finnish that well, like including me obviously, then they'll speak English. But some teachers like don't speak English that well, like not well enough to like really teach, like they don't know the like technical terms or whatever, especially in like physics. We've had like struggled with that. That's
all right, so now let's see, Jaden's getting into some more interesting questions here. First of all, has Clara made any new friends?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about
what do I tell you?
just, I don't know, maybe what they're like?
I have a friend that's half Finnish, half English, like British English, and she grew up here, like she's lived her whole life here, but she knows English and Finnish, and she has a British accent, and it's funny. So yeah. And I have another friend that's from India, and another friend that's from South Africa, but they've both lived here for like, I think 8 years.
Was the girl from India the girl we saw at the store the other day?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Matter.
Okay.
So everybody's been pretty nice and accepting of you from the beginning? You
Yeah.
haven't had any issues
Yeah.
getting to know anybody?
No.
Been pretty good. You sure?
Yep.
Would you tell me?
Yeah.
And then, okay, so then the last question, and I don't know that any of us would officially know this answer. So, I think we told the story about Clara going to her PE class, and they had to take the city bus. And so Jaden wanted to know if a student got abducted while on the city bus to go somewhere for PE, would the school be held liable? My guess is no.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. Because there's no like anything that would say that it's the school's fault and that they were. Yeah, I don't think it would be the school.
I mean, there may, first of all, the chances here are very, very, very low. It's extremely safe here, and it's a reasonably small community. But even if we weren't talking about abduction, maybe we're talking about just something happening, I would say no, based on some of the stories that I've heard already, in that, if there was some accident, whereas maybe in the United States, the parents would jump to sue the school, that here it would be treated more like an accident. Things happen. So I don't think so, but maybe I could get some more information on that from some teachers here. So I think that's all the questions that were asked, the follow-up questions. So hopefully you got the answers you wanted. And if you have any more questions, sorry. And you hear a bunch of background noise, it's Clara. And so we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.